Princess Diana and Prince Charles' relationship unraveled soon after their wedding, and an unearthed photograph reveals the first public sign of tensions between the two. Diana and Charles' high-profile wedding in 1981 was considered an international event of celebration, with many expecting Diana to one day sit beside Charles as queen consort. Yet, within just a few short years, their relationship became famously rocky. In 1983, the couple embarked on their first overseas tour to Australia and New Zealand, and cracks began to show in their marriage. During ITV's documentary, Inside the Crown, Secrets of the Royals broadcast earlier this year, royal photographer Ken Lennox reveals how a pinnacle moment in their relationship was caught on camera. Diana and Charles being driven away from Sydney Opera House surrounded by the crowds, when Mr. Lennox managed to snap a certain picture of Diana. The photographer explained, "I'm about 4 feet from the princess, and I'm trying to get a bit of the opera house in the background and some of the crowd," and Diana burst into tears and wept for a couple of minutes. "After it was over, I went to see the press officer for Prince and Princess, and I said, 'What happened?' He said, 'Ken, mozzies and jet lag and heat.' So I just accepted that. Charles, I don't think, has noticed at that stage, you know. If he has, typical of Prince Charles to look the other way. But it was the first sign that something was wrong. And then we began to see other things were happening later on." Mr. Lennox was also the first person to capture Diana and Charles together, according to The Independent, before they had publicly announced their relationship. However, he may not have been the first to notice Diana's apparent unhappiness during her first trip abroad. The Australian publication, The Age, noted back in 1983 when the couple first landed in Alice Springs that Diana had less than a smile on her face. The article continued, "She seemed uneasy, even glum, and looked at the tarmac with downcast eyes throughout much of the brief airport session." It added that she had to work mightily to change her expression for the photographers and put on the smile of a proud and happy young mother. Additionally, Diana's former private secretary Patrick Jeffson told the ITV documentary, "The idea that there could actually be anything seriously wrong with the marriage was unthinkable. It was our job to make it work, or at least appear to work." He added that Diana and Charles were unbeatable professional royal performers, but it appears the cracks began to show during this first tour. Many have pointed out how the Princess of Wales was the main attraction during this tour, meaning Charles was regularly sidelined. He had been considered the royal action man prior to Diana's appearance on the scene, making him the most photographed member of the royal family. According to Mr. Jeffson, Diana enjoyed upstaging her husband and knew she attracted more of the public gaze. The private secretary also claimed that the royal would regularly laugh and appear jovial while in Australia, partly because she knew it would result in more attention, and subsequently irritate Charles.